ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور.
In the name of Allah, good evening and welcome to this hour's news. I'm Suleiman Talash and this is RTA News. Today is 22nd of September 2024. Mullah Hidayatullah Badri, Minister of Mines and Petroleum, met with Mullah Bakhtur Rahman Sharaf, Deputy Director of Railways of the Ministry of Public Works, and Maulavi Hayatullah Mahajir Farahi, Deputy Director of Broadcasting of the Ministry of Information and Culture. The Ministry of Mines and Petroleum said that in this visit, they discussed about providing land to domestic and foreign investors on the available investment opportunities in the country and emphasized on increasing cooperation and coordination. Fazl Muhammad Sabir Shah Affairs of the Islamic Emirate in Turkmenistan met with Andrew Larin, political advisor of the United Nations Regional Center for Preventive Diplomacy. The Afghan embassy in Turkmenistan said that during the meeting, Mr. Larin appreciated the achievements of the Islamic Emirate in the implementation of infrastructure projects, Afghanistan's cooperation with countries in the region, prevention of drug cultivation and corruption, and job creating for the people of Afghanistan. The main objectives of the center are to help and support the countries of the region and Afghanistan. On the other hand, Mr. Sabir pointed to the economy-oriented policy of the Islamic Emirate, adding that the Islamic Emirate has made great achievements in various sectors over the past 3 years. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says that Abdul Ghaffar Bahar, the ambassador of the Islamic Emirate, has arrived in Tashkent and is scheduled to officially begin his work as Afghanistan's ambassador to Uzbekistan in the coming days. On the other hand, political analysts see the appointment of an ambassador to Tashkent as effective in improving domestic, economic, and transit relations. More details in report.
The deputy spokesman of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced the arrival of Abdul Ghaffar Bahar, the elected ambassador of the Islamic Emirate, to Tashkent, and says that he will officially begin his work in a few days.
Sheikh Abdul Ghaffar Bahar, the ambassador appointed by the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan to Uzbekistan, has arrived there and will begin his official duties in the near future.
Abdul Ghaffar Bahar has been appointed as ambassador of Islamic Emirate to Uzbekistan, while the credentials of Bilal Karimi as the ambassador of the Islamic Emirate in Beijing were accepted on the 10th of Dalwa 1402, and the credentials of Burhanuddin Haqqani as the ambassador of the Islamic Emirate to Abu Dhabi were accepted on the 5th of Akrab this year.
In order to establish proper economic, political and social relations between countries, the presence of a consul or an ambassador, a political representative in another country, is necessary.
Meanwhile, the former diplomats and political analysts believe that the appointment of an ambassador to Uzbekistan could strengthen political, economic and transit relations between Kabul and Tashkent.
This itself means recognizing a country without announcing it. And now that Afghanistan is in global isolation, it is a great achievement that interaction and relations with the world take place. I hope that Afghanistan can have good relations and interactions with all countries, especially neighboring countries in various sectors.
Earlier, Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi said that about 40 Afghan representative offices are active in their countries around the world.
The Deputy Prime Minister's Economic Department reported a 13% increase in wheat yields compared to last year. The Prime Minister's press office said in a statement that a total of 2.14 million hectares of land were planted with wheat in the country this year, with 4.9 million metric tons of crops harvested, a 13% increase over last year. The statement also said that factors that increased yields were the distribution of improved seeds, chemical fertilizers and pesticides, the contribution and reconstruction of irrigation canals, and the ban on poppy cultivation. OCHA announces 15 million euro aid from the Netherlands to Afghanistan. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, says that Netherlands has donated 15 million euros to Afghanistan Humanitarian Fund. According to OCHA, Netherlands has provided more than 89 million euros in aid to Afghanistan since 2016. The officials of the Directorate General of Emirate Companies said in the program of explaining the achievements of the company in the past 1 year that a number of inactive Emirate companies have been activated, and in the last 1 year through the cement factories of Gori and Jabal Saraj, 199,671 tons of cement have been produced. According to the officials of this agency, the works of the first phase of Qosh-Tepe National Canal have been completed by 91% and the works of the second phase by 64%. Also, discussions have been held with the World Bank regarding the Casa 1000 project, and the rest of the works will be started in the near future. Let's see more in this report.
The officials of the General Directorate of Emirate Companies said in the program of explaining the achievements of the company in the past 1 year that this company has reactivated and equipped the Emirate companies of Afghan poultry, Baghlan sugar, Kandahar, Balkh and Pulkhumri textiles, and Helmand Boost. According to the officials, in the last 1 year, 199,671 tons of cement have been produced through Ghori and Jabal Saraj cement factories. Also, the first phase of Qosh-Tepe National Canal has been completed by 91% and the second phase by 64%.
500 kilovolts power transmission line from Shabarghan to Dasht Alwan and from there to Arghandi. 220 kilovolt power transmission line between Ghazni and Kandahar. Nurul Jihad substation works, Kandahar 110 kilovolt power line B, and other unfinished projects. Construction started during the last year and will be completed in the near future.
Last year, the oil and gas company established 58 stores in the center and provinces for the distribution and sale of gas, which proved to be effective in controlling gas prices. Besides this, during the last 1 year, Afghan Tour Emirate Company extended licenses to 503 tourism companies, 177 online services, 48 hotels, and extended visas to 295 foreign tourists.
The National Development Company established a construction-related laboratory in 1402 and conducted 603 tests for the private sectors and 17,005 tests for its various projects. In 1402, the mentioned company repaired and operated various machines of the respective factories.
The executive director of Afghanistan Electricity Company, Dr. Abdul Bari Omar, says that in the next 2 years, there will be 24 hours electricity in Kabul and nearby areas. This is while all Emirate companies have a central and commercial value of approximately $15 billion. But in the past 2 decades, the sector has not been given the necessary attention to provide the best services to the citizens and be effective in the economic development of the country.
14 people have been arrested in connection with various crimes in the country. The Ministry of Interior Affairs has said that the security forces have arrested 14 people in 5 provinces of the country in connection with robbery, murder, smuggling, having illegal weapons, and other crimes. Where 7 crimes offenses were arrested in Takhar province, 4 persons with the smuggling of 200 animals in Nangarhar, 1 robber in Balkh, 1 person in Herat in connection with the illegal transfer of weapons, and 1 person was arrested in Samangan for killing his sister and grandmother. Mullah Nuruddin Turabi, director of the National Disaster Preparedness Directorate, met with Hafiz Muhammad Agha Hakim, governor of Panjshir province. During the meeting, the 2 sides discussed better disaster management in Panjshir province and more care for the recent flood victims in that province. That's all for tonight. Thank you so much for watching.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د